In What's New to BGA brings you Mesos, a drafting set collection game. The game came out last year, is current rated at 7.1, weighted just a little under 2, and as 2 to 5 players, voted best with 4. And I do agree, I've played a lot of 2 players. I do think more players in this game is better. BGA says it'll take about 21 minutes. It is a premium game, and this game does play pretty well turn-based. There are very few turns. At the start of the turn, whoever's higher on this turn order, the higher is the first player, will go first. They'll be placed in their marker on one of these 4 cards. Games with more players will have more card options here for these tiles. But basically, where you put your tiles, your action. So this one you'll take 1 from the bottom, 1 from the top, and then so on. Now my opponent, since he went first, he goes back first and he gains the food. Whereas after I claim my 2 tiles at the top, I'm going to have to pay a food, or if I can't, I have to lose 2 points. At the end of this round, the bottom cards will disappear, the top cards will go down below, and the new cards will get added. Now these are event cards. These help you kind of decide which way you should be drafting. There's also building cards on the top. These move down after the end of the eras. These event cards will move down after this round. And then after they move down, and then the next turn they'll be resolved. So now this round, me and my opponent are drafting between the bottom 3 cards, these top 3, and this building if somebody wants to buy it. Buildings cost food in the top left, but there are ways of making it cheaper, and then each have an effect. These are the 6 types of cards in the deck. There are inventors. There's 10 different symbols. Generally, you score points, and they're like multiple bonus. So if you have 2, you score 4 points, and so on. 3 would be 9. Builders allow you to get discounts on food costs for buildings. Artists, you score points at the end of the game for every 2 artists in your tribe, but you also score points for artist events. Gatherers give you discounts when you have to pay food for your total number of workers. Shaman, during the shaman ritual events, whoever has the most icons will score points, and if you have the fewest, you lose points. And then hunters get food, and there's also certain hunters with this little icon in the bottom left. When you pick them, you actually perform a hunt at that point. And then the 4 events, you have substance events. This is where you have to pay food for your characters, otherwise you lose points. Like I said, the shaman event, this is where you score points for shamans. Campaign event, same kind of thing, scoring points. And then hunt, you get food, and you also score points for hunters. So you'll see here, the event cards are going to slide down. And then we'll fill up the next row. And then next turn, since they have the 2 here, the second arrow will start. So now you see here, we're going to activate all these events down here. So it's going to go through each of those and score those, and then those will get discarded because it's the end of the era. This building card from the first era will slide down along with all these characters and this event. And then for second era, we're obviously using the 2 era characters, and we have buildings here and new events. And then you go through 3 eras that way. Overall, if you follow my channel, you know I'm a big fan of drafting games, so this one's an easy 8 for me. The game plays real quick. I think it'll play really good turn-based, like I said, because of the so few actual actions you do, and there's a lot to think about. Couple things I'd recommend. After your first game, or if you feel comfortable enough, I would turn this expert variant on. All this does is show you the buildings that are going to be in the second and third era, so it allows you to plan a little better. It's not so random. This rebalance shamans is new. I didn't see this. This wasn't in the beta, so I'm not quite sure how important this one is, but there's that option as well. Well, as always, I've been the Digital Board Gamer. Good luck and have fun.